Good morning, YouTube. Hey, let's just get right to it. I'm Michael, theprofitdreamer.com. We're going to talk about my other brand, thecreditcarddevil.com. This is a demo of the app. I want to just give you a very quick demo, not waste your time of what we got going on here. Let's close this thumbnail down and let's just get right to it. Okay, so basically, this is the piece that I'm going to work on. This is the piece you're probably going to see most for this um, Credit Card Devil channel on YouTube. Anyway, this is what this thing does. This is my goal. This isn't about getting subscriptions. Obviously, I want the views, but what I really want to do is say I help someone, and someone said, you know what, Michael, I changed my behavior, how I use my credit card. Credit cards are the devil. Anyway, and so basically, let's say you owe $20,000 on your credit card debt. My goal is to show you what that looks like. And right now we're on localhost, but let's just go out there, actually go to profitdreamer.com and do this and just go to Credit Card Devil. Let's put in $20,000. Okay. So my goal is, and I've learned this just through doing some UX experience and asking people, tell me your balance, and then I will show you how they're robbing you. And if you notice, I'm not asking you for your interest, even though you can put it in. I'm not asking you how your minimum payment's calculated. I default it for you. I'm not asking you what your fixed payment is that you could possibly make. I default it to your minimum payment. I do that because I've learned from the other app I wrote. There's another version of that people putting all these numbers in was causing them anxiety, and they just couldn't put the numbers in. So I asked them an easy question: what's your balance on your credit card? And I just default things to what they are, and you can change them later. The goal is not to make everything 100% correct. The goal is to show you how the credit card company is robbing you if you just make the minimum payment. That really is the ultimate goal here. Show you how the credit card company is robbing you. That's why I made this credit cards are the devil. So creditcarddevil.com. And so basically what this does is it says, okay, this is your interest. You can change it if you want. How's your minimum payment calculated? Most of them are interest plus 1% of your balance, but you can drop it down and say 2% of your balance, 2.5% of your balance, and yada, yada, and on and on and on. And then it asks you, what fixed payment can you make? Because you don't want to make the minimum payment. That's how they rob you. What you want to make is a fixed payment every month. So what I mean by a fixed payment is you want to make same payment every month, or pay as much as you can. The goal is to pay extra on the minimum payment every month. If you pay the minimum payment, they are robbing you, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And then this is just a new feature I just added, and I show you how they calculate the minimum payment. And I'm not going to get into all the math. It's basically your interest divided by 12 times your balance, and then a percent of your balance. We'll make another video for that. We actually already have another video for that. And so what I do right away is I show you, hey, red is bad, and there's some things we want to do here, like I could put a stop sign here, some other icons, and we'll get those improvements. That's why I put this out there, warts and all, so you can say, hey Michael, I like that, but you think you could do this, you can make it better, or it didn't work for me, and I get feedback. So anyway, so I'm showing you that that 20,000 will turn into 44,000. I'm showing that you'll pay an extra $24,000 in interest if you just make the minimum payment only. And it will take you 33 years and 8 months to pay out that credit card if you only make the minimum payment. And then I show you, hey, if you make a fixed payment, a fixed monthly payment, and I actually have fixed this to say fixed monthly payment on the local host version. That'll get pushed to Saturday. That 20,000 will turn into $29,000, and you'll pay an extra $9,438 in interest. And it will take you 5 years and 6 months to pay off the credit card. So this first screen is where I really have some more work to do, but I'm trying to keep it simple so the person doesn't get overwhelmed with numbers. But there are some numbers if you want more details. So obviously I put a tab here that says details, and the details will show you the interest, the principal, the total, and a chart, and some of the same information in a more tabular format. And I can put more information over here. And if you even want more details, we can go to the minimum payment schedule, and I'll show you how that happens, how they're what they're charging you every month, and how they're basically stealing money from you every month. And it goes on and on and on. And this is something else we'll work on, but this is not a priority. The summary is a priority. And then we have the same thing over here for the fixed payment schedule. Okay, now that's a quick overview of the app. And I'm just really saying, hey, don't let the credit card company rob you. Don't make a minimum payment. Actually, don't even use that credit card. But if you use it, start making big payments every month to get it paid off so you don't get trapped and into their money making scheme. Now, this app is an Angular app. Here's the app right here. You can see the HTML. Let's close this down. Um, it's basically right now I think this is an Angular 15 app. It might be 14, but I try to keep it updated. So as you can see, I've got the app, all the normal stuff for an Angular app. This app has NG material in it. It has a little bit of NGRX, but I don't really need to keep a lot of state right now. It was just something I was trying to learn. As you can see, we have Cypress running. So let's get this going. And so here's my Cypress test. And so I'm going to be showing people how I write tests for this, how I test this, how I use Cypress to automate it. We're also using Wallaby. As you can see, let's get Wallaby going. Hopefully all my tests are running. Let's go ahead and hit start. We've got Wallaby running for unit tests, so we are unit testing a lot, even though I'm more in favor of writing unit tests for small pieces of code. It's obviously not working right now, so I'll get that fixed. I don't know what's going on with that. I probably have something that's not compiling, but we'll get that fixed. Anyway, and so that's what this app does. And so if you really want to use this app, go out to creditcarddevil.com. It's going to route you to profitdreamer.com. You can also go to profitdreamer.com, click on go to Credit Card Devil. All you have to do is enter the balance on your credit card, bam, and I will do the rest for you. There's other calculators here. This is an old version of it. You can see where you had to put everything in. That's this calculator. After getting feedback from it, that's when I switched it to this version. There's a unit profit calculator, and I'm not really going to talk about this on this channel. We might remove this, but we'll get to it. And so I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. This is Michael, theprofitdreamer.com.